Hello, hello.
Oh, hi. Oh, am I hearing an echo?
Uh, I don't know.
Anyway, good
Um,
evening from Spain. And where are you?
Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Hello, I'm Marlene, and you are? Who are you again?
What? Oh, I'm Hani from Hanielas. Hello, guys. Thanks
Welcome.
for joining us. Karen, hi, Karen. Yes, I love the purple as well. Nice.
Welcome, everybody. So today I'm doing something that really I shouldn't be doing, but
I think we should just jump right into it.
yes.
Just because she's working very with temperamental medium today.
So I figured, I don't know if you guys saw, I got a few messages that my episode of Christmas Cookie Challenge was on Food Network this week. And so clearly I have no problem humiliating myself. So today I'm going to try something live that maybe is not a prudent thing to do because meringue can be a little temperamental.
Yes.
So I'm putting it on the line.
Hello, everyone. We'll get to your messages as soon as she finishes. We just don't want to spend too much time chatting at the moment, so she can get
So I'm
done.
going to be piping. This is not so much the recipe part. This is the piping part, what you can do with the meringue. If you want a recipe for meringue, Han has a very detailed recipe on her blog. I don't really do recipes. I do more the decorating part. And so the meringues, it's an interesting thing. I hadn't really played with it too much. I don't know if you guys saw recently, I posted some
I
Santas.
love meringues. Meringue is it's my favorite thing.
And so
Favorite favorite thing.
here's some prototypes. Okay, so we have
Awesome.
here a little snowman with a Christmas tree. This is a pop. It's still like a not quite big, so I'm not going to pick it up. And then just little trees here. So we're going to be piping that. I'm going to pop them back in the oven, actually.
Hello, and hello, Byron. Thank you. Hi, Joseph, Tanya, Leslie, Jackie, Sally, Camille, Sheila, Lewin. Hi, that's you're from Poland, I assume. Hello.
So here's a
Oh,
template.
Gigi,
I
Shayna.
do have I do have a template for the Christmas tree Santa and snowman in my
Okay.
coffee shop. And if you guys buy stuff in the coffee shop or sign up to our groups, you really help the live streams, the expenses and stuff. So I'm starting off, I'm putting a little base and I established the size of these rectangles on my bags. So I have a gusset bag. A gusset bag is a bag that has a flat bottom. And I can already see it's a little bit runny, but we're going to muscle through. You guys will get the point. And so I'm staying well within the rectangle so that when they're ready, they'll fit in my bag. So it's a flat bottom bag. How many do fit in this frame? 6. So I'll do the.
Do you have the supplies that you're using? You have them in your Amazon shop, right? I'm putting a link to your
I
Amazon.
don't have the gusset bags. This was kind of like on the cuff. This is not a big plan that I thought about. This wasn't really planned out, guys.
Mine was wasn't either.
So here we have the bases, okay? And now I have the green, and I'm going to be adding little trees. So the trees are basically like a Hershey's Kiss, but you don't pull all the way up. So I'm squeezing, and then I pull up and squeeze another and squeeze another. And so you're creating like a little, and he's a little floppy, I can see, but 1, 2, 3, you see? And so meringue, ideal.
What happens with meringue if you let it sit for a bit? It starts to go. It starts to soften up. So Marlene's meringue was very stiff, but we're doing the live. It's a lot of prep. So that's what's happening here. But
So,
you get the idea.
but you're getting the concept, okay? And so once you have your little tree, well, then you can come in and do the same kind of thing, but with just the rounded piping bag and do the body to the snowman. So I'm just doing 2 dots, one on top of the other, and meringue like can stand up. Like it looks floppy here, but it just, it's live and it's, I
I
don't have.
think yes, Heather, we are kind of winging it today.
And so here is a little scarf. I'm just doing a little swirl like that on top of that. like so.
Meringue, unfortunately, even if you refrigerate it, it won't stiffen up. So it's best to use it right after you whip it to pipe your meringues and then bake it.
So now I've got my little scarf, and so I'm going to then add the little head. I tried to add a hat and the hat looked wonky, so we're skipping the hat. And then you're just...
Although when you're making pavlova, I believe pavlova, you can refrigerate that, but not oh, something is wrong with my ears.
and you can
After
color.
you, once it gets soft, it will not stiffen up in the fridge. That's what I mean. If you, oh, this is so cute. If you make pavlova and then you put it in the fridge, I think you can do that and then bake it off. I think. I can't remember now.
So I'm just dotting the face details, and if you want, you can do buttons, but you can see here I've gone quite fast. They're floppy, but it's...
You are very fast, very, very fast. And the angle you have to work now, I see it's an awkward angle as well.
And I've got orange for the little carrot noses, and I can see my orange is floppy, but so just a little little squeeze and pull for the carrot nose.
Debbie is loving your stand. Could it be re-whipped? Yeah, I've never tried re-whipping. Once it's colored, I don't know if you can. I have no idea. That I don't know. I never tried to re-whip.
I'm just putting a line over his head, and he's gonna have earmuffs. The hat didn't look right, but earmuffs were cute. So I'm just doing a straight line over his head.
How is everyone holding up with the time change? I'm still adjusting, and we changed time 2 weeks ago.
And then at the end, just a little dot here of blue.
So cute.
To make the earmuff. There. Now you can add sprinkles to the tree. You can just do snow, no pareils. The oven is not hot when you do meringues because you don't want the stuff to get brown. If you put a hot oven, well, your stuff is going to get like browned, and that obviously impacts your colors.
Yes. On my blog, you can find some troubleshooting. Also, there are some questions that I get asked a lot, and there's lots of answers for those questions. Why the meringues weep? Why do they crack? And all that good stuff. You can find it on my blog in where the recipe is.
So you see, they're a little bit like, but
they're fine. To me, they're fine. They will bake just fine.
Before, when it was a little bit stiffer, I could fit a little tree there. I'm going to pop this in the oven, and then we'll do the pops. One second.
Hello, Nella. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Hi, June. Yes, Joseph, we have an email. You can, if you need to, you can actually contact me also through Instagram. Just message me if you have a question. Hi, Lynn. Everybody's loving it.
So here's the template. So I have a Santa template, and I have the tree.
How long do you bake them for? Now, the size of the meringue also impacts the time you need to bake them for. So larger the meringue, longer it's going to take.
Yeah.
How long did you bake them for? Do you remember?
I baked for 2.5, 3 hours. It was long.
At what temperature?
185.
185 Fahrenheit. So it's a low. You need to use a low temperature. I always leave them longer than they need to be, just to be sure, and then leave them in the oven until the oven cools, and then remove them.
So I'm using a paper straw. I went to the Dollarama, a dollar store here, and they had these. So you can find festive stuff right now. And
we do have a special request. If you could smile, please. Oh, I love that.
So now I'm just securing the stick, and I'm working on parchment paper. This stuff is very sticky. Now, when you're piping a big face like this, meringue is tough to smooth out. So it's actually easier to work with a large hole, and then you just kind of create a dollop quickly, and you don't have a lot of piping lines to have to heal. So you just want to kind of do it quickly in one fell swoop. And now it's the same piping bag as that tree, and I'm just kind of doing a bit of a swirl thing. for his hat, you see? And then I have a different green, and I'm just a smaller piping tip. And again, it's a little bit floppy, my meringue. My piping lines are not
Heather,
defined.
it's Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, definitely Fahrenheit. Celsius would be too high. 100 and what did you say? What did you make it at?
185.
Yes, so that will be too high for Celsius. So that's Fahrenheit.
And there's
It's
my
so
little
cute.
carrot.
I love it.
And then right above the carrot, you're just doing.
I've never did meringues on as a like a pop. You know, maybe I should try that. It's really cute.
Well, there it is. There's the little. It's a bit hard to show, like there it is. You see? And so it bakes very nicely. The colors stay. I'm going to show you my Santas
Do
that
you have these templates somewhere?
Yeah, they're in my coffee shop. So
For the
here's
coffee
the
shop,
Santa.
I'll put the link on the screen, guys, so you can check it out.
Here's the Santa, and you can see here they can be packaged very. Oh, I just stuck Santa in there. So you can package them with a ribbon. You see, these would be fun for a bake sale because, well, they're they're not that long. You're not rolling out the cookies and all that.
How long do they keep? Now, this is a very good question. Oh, very good question, Marlene.
And Hannah, if you could answer.
From my experience, when I bake, I love the tree. When I make meringues, right after I take them out of the oven. Now remember to let them cool in the oven. I always I always either package them or store them in an airtight container with a little bit of raw rice, like in a little bowl. Rice works really well. It absorbs the moisture. And then I actually tested, and I've had them for like, I don't know, 2 months, and they were fine. I mean, it's just basic. It's just sugar, sugar and egg white. So there's really nothing that can happen to them. They can last that long. I also have frozen meringues, and they were fine.
Oh yeah, that worked.
Yeah, it did work. Everybody's loving it.
I'll do one more.
Oh, Joseph, I wish I could take a picture with you guys. Well, that would be really nice.
There you go. And then again, the straw. So I picked up these straws also at the dollar store. They're just white. It's 100.
Everybody's loving it. So cute. I love the snowman. Can we see her smile again? Oh, I like that. That's the cutest request I've seen in a long time.
So you can feel like I'm very.
Yes.
Like,
also, Heather, yes, how long they last depends on how much your family likes them. Exactly. What I like to do, I like to dip them in chocolate. The bottom, you can dip it in chocolate. It's so good.
Well, the thing also I have to say with these pops, the back in chocolate will make it look tidier because the back is a little bit messy. I'll show you with the Santas. So it would look better if you did do the chocolate backing like Han is suggesting, just for aesthetics. You
could also use mini M&Ms, if I can say, not M&Ms, sorry, mini chocolate chips. I've done that. Although they do melt, but they will kind of harden as they cool. So it works because it's such a low temperature that you're cooking these. Adorable. Love it.
And that's it. Like I have my sprinkles from the other day, when we did the ugly sweater kit, and you can use the.
Heather, it's the season, the holiday season. I think we are all so stressed. Isn't it the stressful season, holiday season, everything, trying to get everything ready? It's always.
Yes, absolutely. But I have to say, like, now we've been doing the lives for a while. I'm usually not this stressed. It's just because, like, I see that it's like melting ice.
Melting away. The meringue it's yes, I totally
So
get
that's
it.
what's making me feel a little jumpy.
But she's
I'll
fine.
show you the back of the Santas so you can see what I'm talking about. You see, it's not that pretty.
Yes. It's not too. It's not too bad, but the chocolate does like clean it up a little bit.
Yeah,
you can even use a little brush and brush it on.
Yeah. Or you just dip, like you melt it like in a cookie sheet, and you just touch it, a little bit. Make sure that you protect the stick though. Like don't, lay it down.
Those are really nice.
The face and the hat is actually colored drip color. If you guys remember, I used drip color, the markers, I used drip color for the airbrush and everything. And they actually have a cooking line to put in your meringues, in your macarons, or if you want to color this stuff, because often baking, the heat impacts the color once it comes out of the oven. And
Yes, that's true. I wanted to bring up this comment from Marlene. She tried your chocolate recipe and she loved it. And she obviously used your berry chocolate cocoa, right? Berry cocoa
yes.
powder. Yeah, guys. Marlene is known for loving her berry cocoa powder.
Well, Han said she saw it in the store. She might cave eventually and buy it.
Yes.
So
Those are adorable. Everybody's loving it.
basically, that's it, guys. So if you want to try the templates, you saw it comes together pretty quickly. I mean, I could do a
Yes.
tree. I'll
I
try to.
agree, Heather. Yes, the shell it may crack on a candy. I think I've done it and it does crack a little bit, but it's still very cute.
So I'm just going to do a tree quickly. I have the green.
Yes.
My
When
piping.
is everybody getting their tree this year? I'm curious. Do you guys get it right after Thanksgiving or do you get it before? How long do you keep it up? Do you decorate? Do you not decorate? Have you had any accidents with the tree?
Here they're actually talking about Christmas tree shortages if you like a real tree.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you can see, look at how floppy it is. So it's not really like defined, you know.
It's not keeping the
No.
the texture. It's kind
But
of.
you guys get the point. You saw I did it in like it's 8 pulls and you have a Christmas tree. You know, if you're working with the correct consistency, boom, you have a super cute thing. You sprinkle your little sprinkles on there and then you put it in the oven. You wrap them with a pretty ribbon and it's like a super fast thing. I know like some people aren't super fans of this. It's either you love them or you hate them, but in a pinch, if you're having to make for the kids at school and stuff like that, like, and the other thing that's great about these is they're gluten-free because that's like a big thing.
Yes, they are very much gluten free. Yes.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it. But yeah, tree shortage. You know, I think it's also because the farmers are supplying the American market. There's a big demand for Christmas trees for whatever reason this year. That's what they were saying on the news. Are you ready?
I guess I am. Okay, let me brighten up the surface here. All right, guys. So today I'm gonna be working. A couple weeks ago, I don't remember when, we were talking about using marzipan. So I decided to make marzipan candy canes. And first, I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to color, and it tastes amazing. You can use fondant as well, and the same technique applies to marzipan as well. I didn't have any fondant ready made, so that's why I'm gonna be using marzipan, and it tastes amazing. So I'm just gonna use. I already colored some of my. I have some of the marzipan color, but I'm gonna just do regal purple here because I have red. Hold on, do I have enough red? I think. Yeah, it will be fine. Hopefully, it will be fine. We'll do. I also want to do a rainbow, so we'll do fun here. Okay.
Oh, that's very possible, Heather. Yes. China has that. In Europe too, they were talking about a trucker shortage.
Well, I'm sure about the trees, but we've never really had a real like. My dad, he would actually build a tree from the branches. He refused to cut the whole tree or buy a whole tree cut. So he would go into the woods and he would cut the branches, and he had a pole with the holes, and all day he spent kind of constructing the tree. And now they have an artificial tree, and we have artificial tree as well. So you see how easy it takes on color? Marzipan tends to get a little sticky, but it's still manageable. Okay, so I'm going to take this off.
Is that purple?
Yes, honey?
Is it purple?
Yes, it's purple, but I have to say that this is purple, but I would have liked, I should have I don't want to do it now with my bare hands. I already got rid of the gloves. I would have added some pink to it to give it a nicer color. Okay. All right. So let me set this aside. And like I said, I've got some. Oh, let me just show you how I usually do it. So I'm going to. I can't find my my silicone rolling pin. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just flatten it a little bit and then use a round cutter. Okay.
I
Now
have
I'm going to, yes?
Linda's saying that the Michaels is already empty for holiday stuff or sprinkles. I have to say it was the same here.
So I'm going to cut it in half and into small wedges.
Cynthia's asking, have you ever made your own marzipan?
No. I'm always tempted to make marzipan, but the way I am, I usually eat this stuff, you know, so if I make it, I will probably eat it. So you want to do this with all the colors, okay? These little wedges, and use this kind of like, try to do the same thickness. So I'll move this here. And now I already have some, I've got some reds. And I need to get more red. We don't have enough. Okay, maybe we can. Oh, what's that? Okay.
We don't sell this stuff already colored, eh?
I'm sorry?
They don't sell marzipan like fondant already colored.
No, but it takes color on easy. It really does. So it was super easy. It's I don't know. It just maybe because it's more porous or something. It just takes color on it really easy. And I need to do some white. Now I was really tempted to color. This is the marzipan. This is the color. It's very pale. It's not white. I was very tempted to color it with white food coloring, but then I steered away from that because
I like it natural.
yeah, I think it's fine. It doesn't look that yellowish. All right. So now, if you don't have a cutter, you can also just roll it into a ball and cut it into wedges that way, I suppose. But I find this way works really good. Also, make sure that you wipe your tools. Now you see there is some residue of red, so I'm just gonna wipe that off. Oh, it definitely tastes better than. Well, marzipan is made out of almonds, almond paste. So it tastes it tastes very much like almond. So if you have an allergy, yes, this is not the best option for you. But like I said, this is applicable. This technique, you can use it with clay. You can use it with, I believe, cookie dough as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I need to try it. I haven't tried it with cookie dough. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to create. I'm gonna connect the wedges. Has anyone done this before? Have you guys done this before? So, and let's do just regular candy canes. So now I have this little structure here. I'm going to shape it with my hands. Can you see? Oh, it's a little blurry. Okay. And we're going to roll it into a rope. Yes, the peppermint would be nice.
So do you think that this marzipan has fat in it? So if you were to use it like to make little decorations in your,
Yes, it doesn't spread in baking, so that's what I'm thinking. Like I'll show you. I have made plenty. It will be cute. You know, you've seen the bears, like they usually hold, like you fold their or gingerbread men, you fold their arms and they put a nut or something. So this would work as well. You could use it because this doesn't spread in baking. It actually holds the shape.
No, Alyssa, we do not.
Oh, it's still blurry. Sorry.
It's because it's not locked your focus.
So I'm gonna cut it just so it's easier to work with because we don't need a whole lot.
So some things you would use these on.
These, like I said, you could use it on you could use it on a cake, you could use it on cupcakes, you could use it on cookies. Like I said, you could also use it on like undecorated cookies, and you can bake it. You could put it on a pie. It's really cute.
They could be served just as is too.
Just as is, yes. You
Just
could dip,
as is.
you could dip the bottom or dip them in chocolate or something. Yeah. There's so many options with these. Marzipan is great with apples also. I mean, not that you would have apples with peppermint, but
Debbie, yes, she's saying you can bake it.
yes, absolutely.
That it does not melt.
I actually sometimes roll it out. You can roll it out really thin between two two food wrap pieces, and then you can layer it on the bottom of your pie, like like the crust. It just adds really nice flavor. I'm gonna make some large. I'm gonna do some large ones.
Like I think I had mentioned to you, I saw a recipe. Well, I did a recipe of cookies where they grated the marzipan like with a cheese grater and then stirred it into the cookie dough, and so then it had pieces of.
Oh yeah, that's nice. So now that would be. I have to try that. So now, because I want to have it more, I want the stripes to be kind of twisted. So what you do, you gently twist the ends. See, you don't want to go too hard on it because it can tear.
Perfect.
And you see what happens when you put the two red wedges together, you get a thicker line. If you put one, it's a finer line. So you can really create, different designs with it.
How would you describe the flavor? Debbie's curious.
It's really like let me just. It's sweet, obviously, but it's sweet and very almondy. It's sweet. I don't know if it's as sweet as fondant. I wouldn't say it's as sweet, but it is sweet.
It has a nice taste. I like it.
It has a very nice. Yeah, I agree. It has a very nice taste.
If you ever go to a French bakery, I don't know if you have one in your neighborhood. Sometimes if you go there, they'll sell little sculpted fruit or little sculpted.
Yes, you can exactly from marzipan. You can sculpt anything from it. I was actually thinking of doing pine cones. You color it with brown, and then you use scissors to make the little whatever they're called, petals.
Oh, Heather's saying it prevents the soggy bottom in a pie.
Oh, I did not know that, but it does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sally uses marzipan to cover cupcakes instead of fondant. She uses also textured mat. So then you just shape it. And what's good about it that it does crust when it's exposed to air. So it may take a little time. So I would make these couple days ahead probably. Like, let's see, I made these today, so they are already crusted. So these are not too bad.
That would be so cute to have a little gingerbread man holding that with his little arms.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Like I said, you could bake these too.
So if we sold our cookies, we wouldn't be doing the lessons because it's just lack of time. So we are reaching more people doing it this way. We're spreading even more cookies because then you guys go out and make cookies. So we're making way more cookies than if we were actually just making cookies.
I almost lost it. All right, so now I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do something more colorful, just so you guys can see that it can be done. And we'll do a lollipop. Okay, you can create lollipops this way as well.
Sally uses it on her cupcakes.
Yeah, I read that. I think it's great. I think it's great. I didn't like. I would think that it's too sticky to work with. to use a texture mat, but I guess it's not.
Would you say it's easy to work with? Diana's asking.
Me?
Oh, I think she's saying
Oh,
11
I think-
Marzipan easy to work with
I
also.
think it's great. I mean, I guess it depends also on the quality you get. You know, this is I don't know this brand. It's called Co-op. I don't know.
Well, you
How-
get different things in Europe, I'm sure.
So I find it's very easy to work with. But I have worked with marzipan in the United States as well, and I like store bought, and I thought it was great, and it tasted great.
Yeah, they have it at the grocery store by my house. It's like not a hard thing to find.
They usually sell it in a can, right?
Me, it's like in a sausage casing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Again, I'm gonna do veggies. Oh, I need to wipe it. I'm not really wiping it between yellow and orange because I find they are very, the colors complement each other, so it's not a big deal. They're kind of similar. But blue one, I'm gonna wipe. All right. Have you done lollipops? I love making lollipops this way. This is so fun.
No, I have not.
Okay. So now we're basically going to build another pie, I would say, using different colors, okay? You want to include white as well, so I've got some white here. So let's do blue, white.
I think this is something for you guys that have a young children to save in your toolbox to do over Christmas break. I think the kids would have fun playing with edible Play-Doh.
Yes, edible Play-Doh, exactly. Now you see, like some of the veggies are a little. The size is not the same, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, what am I missing? Let's do purple here. Okay, we'll see what's going to happen with this one. All right. So again, I'm not even using any water because it's sticking to itself pretty well.
Diana's asking you guys, United States.
I do have a brand. It comes in a can, but I don't remember the name. So you see now I'm just I'm not trying to squeeze it too much. I'm just gently widening up the side so I can start rolling it.
You're reconnecting. So if you guys have any suggestions for a good marzipan available in the US, if you make it your little things now, how long would it last? Like,
oh, these? Well, I mean, for me, not too long. But I think you'll be good for Christmas, definitely. I don't see why not. Just store them in an airtight container.
So if you leave it out in the air, does it get hard?
It hardens. It actually hardens. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I would recommend like leaving it out maybe for a day or two. And it does harden. Like it's not like rock hard. It's just very like still soft, but not like the surface kind of heals and it's not as kind of sticky. You know? So at this point, like it might be easier to cut it again. So I'm going to cut it in half. Okay.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. I'm so glad that today both of us are doing something different.
I had fun making those Santas. I figured, hey, like I say, what's the worst thing that can happen? Some people are really worried about looking stupid in front of other people. I seem to have no problem with it.
You didn't look stupid. What are you saying?
Well, you know what I mean, like worried about it being.
Guys, please put it in the comments. She didn't look stupid. You looked lovely and awesome. It was awesome.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I know very well what you're saying. I went through the hell last year doing lives. You don't have to remind me. Yes, I know. So now basically I'm gonna keep it long because I'm going to create the snail, but I'm still going to,
Do the twist.
yes, firms up. Yes, that's a good, yeah, it firms up rather than hardens. Yes. So I'm gonna give it a good twist, and you'll see things will change once you start twisting it. But like I said, don't go hard on it because it's going to tear. Okay. So to make the lollipop, you basically, I don't know if you can see, you're going to roll it up. And because it's slightly sticky, it just sticks on itself. With fondant, I had to put a little bit of water. And then end here, it's a bit thick, so I'm just going to trim that and then kind of soften it a little bit. And now if you have,
Han, are you going to Reno?
no, I'm not, sorry.
For me, I think I'm going to wait and see what, like how the COVID situation
And
is.
there, so I put a toothpick inside.
Very cute.
Okay, now if you make it thicker, obviously I'm making it quite small. So if you make them thicker, if your rope is on a thicker side, you can actually put in a bamboo stick or something else, like a lollipop stick or something of the sort. Okay, so I'll make one slightly bigger. You see, just gently, very gently twist it. You don't want to go overboard.
Oh, Jennifer can drive to Reno.
Oh, that's great.
I actually went to the Cookie Con in Reno, the previous one, and it was hell. It's not a place that gets much flights from
Hell?
Montreal.
Why?
The flights to Reno from Montreal. It's not a thing that a lot of Montrealers do. So I had a lot of odd transfers, and then our flight got canceled the morning we were leaving, and it was not. No, that's that aspect.
I'm going to do green one. We'll do, that's very traditional, doing the candy cane that is green, red, and white.
You know what I'm thinking you could make, because I'm seeing Han make her little pie wedges, you could make little pumpkin pie toppers for your cupcakes, mini pies.
Oh yeah, here you have, this could be the pumpkin,
Yes.
right? And then maybe
Make your little crust.
oh, you're making me work now. you So you
Yes,
can do it right like this, and then, right? Does it look like like pumpkin pie?
Well, yeah, close enough.
Close enough. And then you can actually make a little swirl, I suppose, if you, or it's going to like an emoji. How about using it to make cute candles for? Yeah, you could do that for menorah. Yes.
Depending on how tall they are, you might
Yes.
need to put a little little stick or something, or
Well, I would just put a toothpick.
or a spaghetti if you're worried.
Or a spaghetti, yes.
A spaghetti.
There,
And,
this is a little poop, but yes.
A not cooked spaghetti, by the way.
Well, if you manage to put cooked spaghetti into into a marzipan, I'd like to meet you. If it holds up the.
Yes, you could make a pumpkin. You can make
a
anything.
pumpkin, yes. You can make anything. Or we could. Oh well. Okay. Should I make a pumpkin? Okay. Let's see if I can manage. I don't have my tools here, so this is going to be really hard. So. Okay. All right. I don't have a lot of tools. Oh, here. I've got one tool. So I guess this is how you would make a pumpkin. I don't shape things. So,
Yeah, it's not our.
but you get the idea, I suppose.
You look, a few live streams back, Han made some royal icing 3D pumpkins filled with like a sculpted cookie dough.
And then you can do the leaves or whatever you'd like,
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back to the candy cane.
Yes, Jennifer's agreeing with you that she would eat it all before anything actually happened.
It's very good. It's like it's like, and you feel like it's also good for you because it's almond.
When's Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, it's on Thursday every, I think, third week, right?
When's your American Thanksgiving, guys?
Soon.
Must be coming up.
Yes, it is.
We're
Yes,
happy to see you too, Joseph.
we are very happy to see you.
On the 25th, exactly a month before Christmas. Yeah,
Oh,
25th.
okay, so I'm gonna do. Let's just do it like this. So I'll just do it all white and only 2 lines of. Let's see what happens. So I only have there 1 wedge of red and 1 wedge of my green.
Is that what you mean with the?
Coffee and Patsy. So I'm glad to see that you guys are using marzipan too for different things. It's nice to see. I don't work with it too much, but this is maybe second time that where I'm actually shaping something with it. I usually use it in my um, like on top of the little petit fours or something like that.
I saw a recipe on Pinterest. Basically, what they did is they took like chocolate chip dough, but without the chocolate chips, and they wrapped that around. Like they made a ball of marzipan, wrapped the cookie dough around it, then flattened it. So when it baked, it had cookie dough around it with a marzipan middle.
Yeah. No, I like it. I have to say I kind of like it.
Well, that recipe piqued my curiosity. I wanted to try it. That cookie.
Very good. Like for it's very good. So tasty. I remember my brother would eat it like I'm eating. Like we would never do anything with it. We would just eat it.
Hi, Camille. Use it for a Thanksgiving centerpiece. Yes, that would be a great idea.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna twist it. See, even with 2 lines, it's quite nice. 2 colors.
Bake the marzipan just to bake it. I wonder what that's like. I don't know. Is it necessary to bake it?
No, you don't have to bake it, but if you bake it, it's not. It doesn't change. I don't think it doesn't spread or anything.
Yeah, but what's the point of baking it then?
Well, you are incorporating it into your dessert, for
No,
example.
no, but Jennifer's saying somebody just is baking it, just like.
Oh, just marzipan. Oh, I don't know why would you do that. Maybe I think maybe the sugar it caramelizes, so it gives it a more flavor. You know, like I would that's what I would think. Adorable. Those are so cute.
Want to do a taste test?
So yeah, it does get caramelized on yeah. I guess that might be really nice. And if you, that's very nice. So yeah, so you see, this is how you can make cute little candy canes. Okay, I've got one more here.
That makes
so many, so I'll show you. Okay, I'll just bring this up because you can't really see it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these colored marzipan now. I'm just gonna keep eating it. I'm gonna bring this up because I also thought of doing something to make it a bit more special. So I've got lots of them here. But what I thought of doing, I wanted to add some shimmer to them. And to do that, you can use this is actually pearl luster dust. This is uncolored, kind of like.
Shannon has a good question, Han. Have you seen marzipan of different nuts, not just almond? No.
No, I have not. I assume it's very possible to make something like that. So you can actually use, see how shiny it's going to get. You can dust it, make it a bit more special for whatever you're doing your event or something. You could just bake, I have to say, you could just bake sugar cookies and stick this on the top. Maybe use a little bit of chocolate on the back and stick it on the top, and you've got yourself a pretty festive treat.
So I'm looking, and I just did walnut paste, and yes, there's
Nice.
walnut marzipan.
See these? This is the one I made. I made just now. It's still very soft. The ones I made in the afternoon, they are a bit more easier to handle. So yeah, like I don't know if it was Jennifer or who was it that said, or Heather maybe, that it doesn't really get hard. It just kind of firms up a little bit. Yes, that was the good word.
Pistachio. That would be good. Pistachio marzipan. Let's see.
Pistachio.
There's a recipe, right?
It's probably really expensive, huh?
Well, there's a recipe for it, but I don't see anything.
Imagine shelling all those nuts. Thanks, but no, thanks.
There's machines that do it.
Do you have such machine? See, so this is how you can make your not fondant, your candy canes. Super easy to do. You can do this, like I said, from fondant, or this is, I'm using marzipan, those of you who are just joining. And the idea came from a tutorial that I saw online from a polymer clay artist. If you ever need inspiration for fondant work, sometimes polymer clay, it's a beautiful thing to check out because they make amazing things.
I'm just going to pop this on the screen. So I found this. It's this is the
Ooh, look at that.
And doesn't that look absolutely yummy? So I screenshotted it for you guys. Chocolate Emporium pistachio marzipan. That looks absolutely delicious. So
wow.
You guys want to check?
The price must be wrong because I can't believe 12 kilos would cost 62. Oh, hold on, was it 62 pounds or was it?
Let me put it back. I got the impression it was 12 grams.
Oh, 12 grams. Oh, yes, 12 grams.
So
yes.
One like this is 62.
Yes. 60, okay, so a little piece, tiny little piece.
Yeah.
You just looked it up now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so good. I never thought I would be eating during the live, but this marzipan is very good. Excellent. So I'm gonna make one large.
She's using a kind of like, oh, I've left this on. She's using a kind of edible pearl powder. What brand is it?
This is Wilton.
I will.
I'll bring it up in a second. I'm just gonna do one more of these lollipops. Yeah, marzipan is also, yeah, I find marzipan, yeah, it is expensive. But
where did you get the pearl stuff you're asking, Joseph?
The pearl stuff you can check out at Michael's. Wilton has it in all the craft stores. And this is pearl. It comes in different colors, but I'm just using pearl because it doesn't lend any color. It basically just gives it a little kind of lustrous shine.
I could give you guys a piece of advice this year because of inventory issues. If you know you're a baker and you know you want certain things, buy them now and just put them in your pantry because you might be pulling your hair out. Stuff as silly as, festive cupcake liners or whatever.
Lollipop sticks, I mean.
Yeah.
Lollipop sticks or things like that. So yeah, so you can see, this is the one with the shine. This is the one without the shine. So it just gives it a little bit of a, glam. And these are just pink ones. This is
again gluten-free. So if you wanted to make little treats to put, you could do little meringues, little marzipan. It's different stuff, It's like just if you're making little cookie boxes, you could make a little box with a few decorated, a few kind of undecorated cookies, a few meringues, and a few marzipan things.
It only just gets firm, Cynthia. It doesn't get like rock hard, like sometimes fondant does. It just gets, it just firms up. It doesn't get like rock hard. So it's very, still very pleasant to eat.
I just want to show this because these are my my prototypes of when is the camera going to go on? Oh, here it is. So this is them that I made, like the first ones. Look at how defective they are.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? It's not defective. Where do you see defective? It's a little. You just had a little too much to drink. That's all.
Had too much to drink, yeah.
Yes, too much Kool-Aid. Yes, so it's cute. Well, what do you mean? It's the melting snowman. You know,
Yeah,
it's like.
so ideally, you want them to kind of
Oh,
connect, I
cute.
guess, here.
I think it's adorable. I love it. I love that
And look,
concept.
because it bakes so slow and low that it doesn't get brown.
Doesn't get brown. Yes, that's the whole concept. Yes. Thanks, Diana. So yeah, so that's basically my
Well, thanks everybody for
demo
joining
today.
us. So just to let you know, Amber's going to be joining us on the 19th, is it, Han?
Yes, darling. 19.
The 19th.
Yes. Is
But
it Friday? I guess 19 is Friday, so that's 19 of November. So that's in a couple weeks.
that's just before Thanksgiving. So this Friday, it's just me and Han, but we hope you'll join us. And we'll have a fun cookie project. Tuesdays, we like to, well, not we like, we try sometimes to switch things up. And then on Fridays, it's cookies.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you,
Friday will be
Cynthia.
cookies.
So
Thank you, guys.
if you'd like to learn more about cookie decorating, you can check out our groups on Patreon. The links are running at the bottom there. And you can support us on coffee in the coffee shop. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you on Friday.
Thanks, Anne, Shayna, Cynthia. Bye.
Bye.